And it's 7 a.m. Wow, that was perfect. Good morning, beautiful people from New Zealand, 7 a.m. Welcome to the live, the continuous of our week-long lives at 7 a.m. of 10 minutes of conscious breathing, 5 minutes of mindfulness meditation, and then at the end of this, some conscious streaming. So writing whatever you feel or whatever comes up in the practice, writing it down. And by the end of the week, I'd like you to keep all of your conscious streaming. You can hide it, but you can keep this conscious streaming and then take a look and see if any patterns or thoughts may be a little bit similar, maybe coming up, again and again. It might be something that you should look into or could look into if you feel called to do so. So today, I would like to also shout out my partner in quarantine right now, Adrian.
Good morning.
From France.
Bonjour.
Oh yeah.
Bonjour.
De on du toi. Ah, du toi. We've been learning some French as well. So yes, my partner in quarantine, Adrian. He's going to be putting some vibes with today's breathing. Okay, so today's breath is going to be the full yogic breath, or 3-part expansive breathing. The idea is to breathe into all chambers of your lungs. So we're going to begin by breathing into the belly. You can even think it's really like below the navel. You'll try to breathe into this area below the navel to begin. So expand this area and then it's going to move up. So expanding this area first, slowly moves up, expanding this area, your chest, slowly moving up all the way to your clavicle, breathing all the way in, and at the top, we'll do a slight pause. So a slight pause at the top once you have all the air, once you're fully expanded with the breath, and then we'll take it back down, exhaling from up here, exhaling from the chest, and exhaling from the stomach. We're going to try and get the full capacity of the breath. Full yogic breath, 3-part breath. And we're going to do it in sort of chunks at a time. So I'll talk you through breathing into this area here, all the way up, like a float. Inhale and hold at the top once you have fully expanded, and then exhale, coming back down. We're going to become conscious of our full breathing experience within ourselves. So you're going to become aware of what your breathing pattern looks like and then wake up all of these zones. And it's going to be maximized because you're conscious. It's going to be feedback, so it's going to be maximized breathing. You are going to connect to your lungs. Okay? So I would like you to begin by having a notebook and paper next to you, 1 page and a pen right next to you. So have that to fill out 1 page at the end of the practice. And once you have that, coming into a comfortable seated position. It can be on a chair, it can be on a cushion, it can be in whatever sit position is right for you. You can even stick pillows underneath your knees. You can cross your legs. Just finding a position where you will be able to focus on the breath, and eventually over time, the more you're sitting in these positions, the less bothersome or painful they'll be. But it's part of the practice to get a feel for it and to come into poses and learn what it feels like to have a lengthened spine, to come back and lengthen your spine. Sort of combating Western culture So figuring out what it feels like to lengthen the spine, and it might be painful at first, but it's part of the practice. All is welcome. Okay, so coming into your comfortable seated position, sit bones are rooted into the earth or rooted into whatever mechanism you're sitting on, pushing into that, and feeling a residual lift coming up the spine, allowing you to lengthen your your spine, a sense of steady and stable, but also comfort and ease. Lengthening your spine, coming up, and we're going to actually push in the chin a little bit. So push in your chin a little bit so that your spine is really lengthening. All the way up through the crown of your head as if something is pulling you straight up. Oops, 1, 2. Pulling you straight up to lengthen your spine. And once you've come here, you can take a few breaths and slowly begin to lower your gaze or close your eyes and dive into your body. Diving into your body, we're going to ground right now. Just a few natural breaths just coming in. And we'll begin the full 3-part yogic breath. So on your next exhale, join me, and we'll be starting with the lower abdomen, breathing into the lower abdomen and expanding this area. So breathing in, up to the chest, all the way up to the top, clavicle. Hold, and exhaling, clavicle first. Hold and draw the abdomen in. Inhaling, abdomen. And hold. And exhaling, top to bottom. Hold. Abdomen draws in. Inhaling. Hold. And exhaling. Hold. Draw abdomen in. Inhaling. Hold. And exhaling. Continue breathing. You can either breathe in through your nose or through your mouth. It is up to you. I'm following the practice of it being strictly through my nose. It allows for the breath to be more hydrated. So I'm sticking with the nose and getting that nitric oxide in the back of the nose. But it's up to you if you feel more comfortable and can lose yourself in a certain way, but I would suggest playing around with inhaling through the nose or inhaling through the mouth. So I'm going to dive right back in. If you're not here, continue breathing at your own pattern. But I'm going to dive right back in. Same with you. If you get distracted, that's okay. Just come back to the practice. So diving right back in, I'm going to start with the abdomen. You can catch up with me if you want to. Inhaling in. Hold. And exhaling. Hold. Draw abdomen in. Inhaling. Hold. And exhaling. This time I want to invite you to make it flow. So less 3-part and make it flow all the way through. Inhaling from the abdomen. back to the abdomen, drawing in, closing your eyes, really diving in. Don't worry about watching me, and feel what this feels like for you. Connect internally to your lungs and your breathing pattern. Bring awareness to each piece of your breathing process. Become connected. And you can slowly begin to drop the practice. We're going to come into an awareness phase. I love my awareness phases, and it allows for whatever practice you're doing to really sit and take over. So imagine that you are just giving in right now to awareness. You're not controlling anything. You're just seeing what's happening within the body. So closing your eyes, coming inside. What is going on in this body? You can do a body scan. Feet, knees, hips, chest, shoulders, elbows, wrists, neck, head. What is going on in this body? You can bring your awareness to your breath, noticing if it feels different. What is going on in this body right now? All is welcome. And we will slowly begin to dive right back in. So, starting with the abdomen. Coming right back into the practice, starting with the abdomen. So breathing into below your navel. So breathing in, letting it rise. The breath rises up to your chest, shoulder, clavicle, this area. Hold. And back down. Starting from the clavicle, chest, abdomen. Drawing the abdomen in. Hold. Breathing in from the abdomen. Chest, clavicle, hold. And back down. Now flowing. Breathing in from abdomen. Hold. And exhaling. Down to the abdomen, drawing the abdomen in. Breathing in from the abdomen. Chest, clavicle, fully expanded, hold. And exhaling. Back down to the abdomen, draw the abdomen in. Hold. Breathing in from the abdomen. Chest, shoulders, all the way up, hold. And exhaling. Drawing abdomen in. Hold. Breathing in from the abdomen. Just closing your eyes and really diving into yourself, continuing at your own pace. And you can slowly begin to drop the practice. So come back to your natural breath. Don't try to control this natural breath. Just come back. And if you notice yourself controlling it, it's okay. Just slowly ease away to a sense of discovery, just watching the breath, no control. Just noticing the breath now, noticing if maybe now it's different than before. A sense of awareness. You can close your eyes or lower your gaze if that's more comfortable to you. This awareness phase is a minute of scanning what is going on in this body. What thoughts are coming up? What emotions might be coming up? Noticing if there's pain or discomfort, or if you feel relaxed and at ease. What is going on in this body? And you can slowly begin to open your eyes. And if you need to adjust, move around, conscious breath work is done, that practice is over, you can extend your legs if you're sitting, you need to, or bounce them up and down. No. Extend your legs and then come back. Do the last part at least together. 5-minute mindfulness meditation. So coming back to the practice, coming back to your comfortable seated position. Sit bones rooted into the earth or whatever mechanism you're sitting on, feeling them root down. And as they're rooting down, feeling a residual lift. Again, coming up your spine, all the way up, lengthening the spine. You can even draw this chin in a little bit to really ensure that this spine is lengthened all the way up through your neck. So something is pulling you up. Imagine an imaginary line hooked to your head, pulling you up, really lengthening the spine. For 5 minutes, we're going to sit like this. And we're going to do a mindfulness meditation. So closing your eyes or lowering your gaze, whatever is more comfortable to you, and bring your awareness to your breath. You might begin by trying to control the breath. It's okay, we'll slowly make our way to just following or noticing what the breath feels like Not trying to control, just noticing the breathing process in your body. This mechanism of the lungs oxygenating all of your blood. Really become curious about your breath. Maybe noticing if the air is cooler coming in or coming out, or if it's warmer coming in or coming out. Really dive into this connection of breathing through your lungs. Become fully conscious of your breathing process and try not to control it. Might sound strange, but just try to watch. You can play around with this idea of detachment, watching as if it were a movie, and really keen interest. Noticing different factors of your breathing process. Dive in. And if you notice your mind wandering, label this thinking, mind thinking, and come back to the breath. Always come back to the breath. It can link you and root you to the present moment. You can't breathe in the past and you can't breathe in the future. Your breath links you to the present moment. You can always drop right back in. So I invite you to create a friendly relationship with your breath. Just see how you breathe, or which areas your body naturally breathes in. Maybe the throat, maybe the chest. Notice your mind wandering. Label it thinking. And come back to the breath. mechanism that links your bodily organism with the outside world, harmonizes you with the world that you're living in. And if you notice yourself trying to control the breath, it's okay. Just slowly detach, step by step, until you feel you can just observe and watch the breath. If you notice your mind wandering, watch the thoughts. Label it thinking and let go, come back to the breath. If you notice discomfort or tension, label it body and come back to the breath. Might even help you to other the physical sensation, those hips, that body. Come back to the breath. All is welcome. No right or wrong. Meditating is a state of in-between, a state of cultivating the gap. The gap between thought, the gap between impulse. The gap between reaction, the gap between breath, extending this gap. If you notice your mind wandering, label it thinking. Back to the breath. And you can slowly begin to release the practice. So slowly wake your body up from this meditative state. Feel into whatever you feel your body intuitively may need. Move around. Just allow yourself to wake up a little bit and notice what you intuitively need. Right now, my neck is asking for some love. So just feel into what your body intuitively needs and move that way. Get used to your own body. What does it want right now? And either give into it or don't. Play around with both, maybe. So moving on to the next phase, I'd like you to grab your pen and paper and do your conscious streaming, your brain dump. Don't think about what you're writing. Just release and allow it to just flow out. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to make sentences. Just try to be as honest and real with yourself and let it just flow. And hide your paper. Don't worry about other people reading it or looking at it. Just dump. Allow yourself to really dump without thoughts or judgment. Even if it doesn't make sense, just get it out. Get that business out. Thank you for joining this live day 3. I'm going to let you go so you have your space to let go. Yeah. Thanks for joining this live day 3. Again, another shout out to my collaborative partner in crime for quarantine. Thank you for the music. That was lovely. I really enjoyed it. Thanks, Adrian. It's Quilla Music. You can follow him as well. And we actually just started a Facebook page. It's in the making. Pipewilla. Piper, Quilla. You know what I'm saying? Pipewilla. And, I also am offering distance Reiki healing sessions. If you're interested or want to know, like, what is that business about? I'm offering Reiki distance healing sessions. $30 for 30 minutes, and 50% of the proceeds will go to Partners in Health, an organization that I'm really fond of. One of the co-founders is just like Paul Farmer. He's like Mr. Public Health himself, if I can say so myself. You know what I mean? I really am. I really like his view on life, and I'm also going to do it for yoga. So if you're interested, I just decided it. I'm going to do it for yoga. If you're interested in doing some yoga classes as well online, you can message me, and 50% of those proceeds will also go to Partners in Health. So yeah. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow. 4 more days of going live. All right. Bye. Bye. Bye.